Okay. I'm going to pull a valve cover. I want to do the valve guide seals, and the car smokes. It smokes white smoke. I want to pull the valve guide. I want to do the valve guide seals. I'm doing the easy side first, obviously. The side with the generator and the compressor. That's going to be a problem. What are you doing, kitty? Scratching on my pads. So these got to come out. Pull the plug wires out. Okay, put them up there. That looks like it's loose already. Yow. This is not coming. Oh, it's hitting this. Duh. Pretty dirty in there. Not horrible. God, it looks just like a T-bird, man. Gaskets history. Hard like a rock. Yeah. Holy shit. Man. Okay, there's the valve cover. A big dirt clod right there went down the oil drain. I got it out. The plug wire stands, why didn't they make those removable? That is a really stupid design. Look at that. It's welded on there. And I guess you could bend it back, but that's, you know. That's it. That's the one. Find the right tools, right? A little bit easier. You do a little bit at a time. You don't loosen one all the way up. You do a little bit at a time. So you do a little at a time. Okay. Now, I don't know if you guys understand this or not, but the bolts on a T-bird are not the same. There's one that's longer than the others. So when you're doing this on the T-bird, you have to know where that bolt is. You have to know where it goes. Put it back in the right spot. It's really important. It's very common for a car to come in and those bolts are in the wrong place. The one bolt, there's 3 in 1. So on a Thunderbird, all of them, all of the FE engines, Square Bird, whatever, Bullet Bird. These are loose. This one and this one are loose. It's the middle two that are still tight. This one's still tight. Loose. Loose. Yeah. I don't know what's wrong with this car as far as why it's smoking. Old. Not going to pull the push rods. Leave them right where they are. You guys want a close-up of that? Whoops, sorry. Here. Oh, shit. Look at the size of that thing. That's pretty damn long. All right. They all look the same. There's the bolt. Threaded at the very end. Rocker shaft. So I'm going to do one side at a time. I got to pull the spark plugs. That one's a little darker. Okay, so I got it in. I got the valve cover and the rocker shaft in the parts cleaner. Got the bolts. They're not going anywhere. Got it all strapped up. So that should clean pretty good. I usually go a half hour, so we'll see what happens. So this is my valve spring puller tool. Now, I've already installed it, but I'm going to take it off and show you. Oh, sorry. There's no room in here with this camera. Okay. So the bottom teeth go in the spring, at the bottom of the spring, and these go on top of the spring here. These two right here. So it goes in like that. All right. And then you center it on top the best you can. So I've got the leak down tester hooked up. See, still. Now I'm doing the intake valve. Now, I already did the exhaust valve. There was no seal. I don't know if they had one originally or not. Put some PB on it. Now, I've got the cylinder pressurized. I have the piston at top dead center. You want the piston at top dead center. This is how you do a leak down test also. A leak down test will tell you if it's leaking through the intake, you listen through the carburetor, or if it's leaking out the exhaust, you listen through the exhaust pipe. Now, if the cylinder were perfectly sealed, you'd get no noise at, for example, I'm doing the intake, you'd get no noise out of the carburetor. If you were doing the exhaust, you'd get no noise out of the exhaust. You wouldn't hear any hissing. So if you're doing a leak down, and the valves are closed, and you've got the cylinder pressurized, and the piston's at top dead center, and for example, you're hearing hissing in the carburetor, then you know the valve is no good. See? Now, you can hear it. See, I put the microphone by the carburetor. See, now I'm going to pull the valve up. See, it closed off. See, so it's not leaking through the valve. It's not leaking into this intake. And then another thing you can do is you can push the valve down and you can rock it back and forth in the stem. And it has very little movement. And boy, it's free, man. you know. So, you know, these are preliminary indications. These are not definitive. It looks okay with this, you know, but you're not really nothing's definitive doing these tests. So I'm going to put the seal on. I'll show you what that looks like after I put it on. All right, so I got the seal on. See the seal? And then I take a socket and I push it on as far as I can get it. Okay. And then you can, you know, work the valve.